Okay. Mic check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Hey hey. Hey go Mavs. Mic check 1 2. Test ABC. 1 2 3 ABC. Check 1 2. Check 2 3. Check 1 2. Test. Hey hey. We're all good. Hello out there. Good evening and welcome to another broadcast of the American Collegiate Hockey Association Division III Club Hockey on the UNO ACHA Mavericks channel on YouTube. Tonight is the finale of the crosstown MACHA conference rivalry between your Omaha Mavericks and the Creighton Blue Jays. I'm Nate Obrecht here atop the Holland Ice Center, joined by our producers Matt McFadden and Caden McDermott, and we are officially in crunch time for the conference tournament. Both teams enter on the outside of the playoff picture looking in, with just one spot available for the 8-team MACHA tournament. Creighton enters the day with just 3 conference games remaining. They will have to make up 4 points between the next 3 games to be eligible for the conference tournament. Omaha needs to win out in their last 2 conference games, including this one tonight. With those 2 wins, they would also still need help from the Blue Jays to punch their ticket for the second straight season to the Mid-American Collegiate Hockey Association conference tournament and hope for an at-large or a automatic bid to the National Division III tournament later this season. Starting for the Blue Jays, in net will be the junior out of Stillwater for the second straight game this season against the Mavericks, Charles Calderon. Out in front of him on defense is a freshman from San Antonio, Texas, who played his junior hockey days right here in Omaha for the Omaha AAA Mastery Program, who calls Liberty First Credit Union Arena in Ralston home. He'll be paired up on defense with Jay McCown, the senior out of Dallas, Texas. Up on the wing, it'll be Caden Latcher, centered by Chuck Altier, and the right winger, Zach Kabisik. For the Mavericks, it'll be senior Kyle Wernley in net. Made 46 saves in the effort last night, and back in goal for the Mavs today. We will get you the rest of the Maverick starters after the national anthem as sung by David Olson here at the Holland Ice Center at Baxter Arena. David Olson with our nation's anthem as we are set for the finale between the Omaha Mavericks and the Creighton Blue Jays. Once again, I'm Nate Obrecht, joined alongside by our producers, Caden McDermott, Matt McFadden, and Jackson Roberts. Not many more games remain on the schedule for either side. Omaha carries a record of 13-8-2 into the finale against the Blue Jays tonight. They are 3-6-1 in conference play. On the opposite side, the Blue Jays are 5-5-1, 3-5-1 in the conference. For the Mavericks on defense will be alternate captain Camden Fories out of Cottage Grove, Minnesota, and Troy Hunsaker, the captain out of Bellevue, on defense. On left wing, it'll be the freshman out of Sioux City, Chase Mann, centered by alternate captain and senior Andrew Kozel, the team leader with 14 goals. And on the right wing, Logan Mercier. Set for puck drop, and we are underway from Holland Ice. Creighton wins the draw, and they'll take possession first in their own zone. Kabisik across ice to Latcher. Latcher makes a move around one man on the backhand, takes a shot, save Wormley. First of the game for Kyle, who made 46 last night. Kabisik turns and fires wide left. It rings to the point, kept in by McCown. McCown to Latcher. Across to the opposite point for Aaron Romance. Romance keeps it at the line, dumping it down low where Hunsiker grabs it for Omaha in their own end. Gets it to Fories, who lifts it up to the center ice where Andrew Kozel was waiting for it. Met by the defenseman Romance. And the puck freed up there to Fories at the point. He takes a shot, blocker save Calderon. Back behind the cage, lifted up over the net by Mercier. And a great job, eyes in the back of his head there from Calderon, catching that puck as it was lifted from behind him out in front of the net. 49 seconds have elapsed. That's the average time for a hockey shift as the top lines for both sides skate off. And Creighton's line 2 wins the draw. Great keep at the line by Connor Dahl, the freshman out of Rochester, Minnesota. Puck freed up there. Here comes Creighton the other way. Bishop Schugel gives it to Hingsberger. Loosed off the puck by Charlie Shea, the freshman with the game-winning goal a night ago against the Blue Jays. On the puck again is Schugel. Dumps it down low below the red line. Chasing after it is Mason Beff, the freshman out of Hastings, Minnesota. Dumps it out of his own zone all the way down to the Creighton defensive end. Sending it quickly back up was Benji Watts, but could not find the stick of Schugel, and Omaha takes possession. Barrett Bradley retreats back, giving it to Fories, and back to Beth, who sends it further into the defensive zone for Omaha with 18:15 to go in the first. Just getting underway, nothing our score. Barrett Bradley over the line, takes a shot, blocked by Watts as he entered the zone. The shot block lands on the stick of Henry Sturl. He's freed of the puck at center ice. Back the other way with Bradley to Cassiopo. He takes a shot in. Easy save for Calderon. To the point. Fories trying to go D-to-D with Hunsiker. He had vacated the zone. Sturl picks it up for the Jays. Back the other way, right to left in those royal blue and white uniforms for Creighton tonight. Puck freed up in Omaha. Clears to center. Dumping it right back in is Mason Anderson as the Jays go for a change. Fories gets it across the red line, dumps it in. Anderson first to it in his defensive zone. Over to Lucas Mazzarigo. Did not play last night. Getting his 6th game with the Jays this season as Mann sends a shot in. Calderon has to cover up and hold for a whistle with 17-16 in the first. In fact, 6 skaters that did not suit up for the Blue Jays last night are on the bench today. Great keep at the line from Williams as he dumps a puck to the near side corner. Meeting Anderson there is Mercier, and the two dig in along the wall. Creighton gets to that puck and clears the zone. Picking it up is Joe Middleton. He takes it across the blue line. Middleton had a goal last night, freed up of the puck as he tried to enter the zone, and Omaha gains possession. Kozel looking up ahead to Mercier. It's intercepted at center ice. Across the line came the Blue Jays, but harassed by a couple of Mavericks, and the puck heads back down to the CUD zone. They get it up ice, ringing it around and down into the offensive zone where Omaha takes possession once more. Beth starts the breakout. Shea to Mercier. Tries to toe drag, loses the puck right at the top of the circles. Has to turn and dump it to the far side corner. Creighton takes possession there, but an intercept by Colton Kane. Poked off the puck. A great stick from Romance. Frees the puck out to center. Here comes Charlie Wheaton, one of those 6 Blue Jays that did not see action last night. And he gets the puck to the offensive zone. A shot from the point from Romance. Blocked by Shea. It goes all the way down And the two sides chase after it. Romance and Shea, one-on-one battle for the puck. Shea wins that one, gets it to Dahl. Too far for him, and it goes to the point for Beth. Beth looks, shoots, tipped by Dahl, and goes wide left. Tracking that puck is Aaron Romance. He'll break it out up the far side, but intercepted by Rocco DeSpirito, and Omaha quickly steers it back into the CU zone. Romance trips over the blue line. Bradley picks it up one-on-one, takes a shot, saved Calderon. Puck to the far side corner where Easton Newman tries to possess it. Bodied off the puck, and out with it comes Chuck Altier. 1-on-3 is Altier as he turns a backhand shot towards Wernley that he pads easily to the corner. Another weak shot. That one from Latcher as Wernley sticks it back towards his goal line. Omaha gains possession and clears to the red line. Creighton quickly dumps it back in with 15 minutes to go in the first. 0-0 between the Mavs and Blue Jays in Game 2. Omaha won 5-3 a night ago, and they dump the puck into the offensive zone once more. Hunsaker takes the puck even deeper. Out to man for Newman in front. Couldn't get a stick on it. Creighton takes possession. Looking for a pass up to Kabisic. Goes right through his legs and all the way down as Hunsaker touches up. We'll have icing against Creighton. And the puck goes down to the offensive zone of Omaha. Both sides desperately needing this win here tonight. If the Blue Jays defeat the Mavericks, Omaha is out of the playoff competition. Creighton takes the puck into the offensive zone. Latcher shoots wide left. High, looking for that blocker side corner on the near side. Shot it way up over the net, and Omaha grabs the puck. Kozel to the near side wall for Fories. To the red line, and he dumps it down in. Far side corner where Chase Mann collects it for Omaha. Crunched up against the wall by Johnny McLeese, and the two sides dig in again. Latcher out with it for the Jays. Stick lifted as he tries to exit the zone. Gets it to center ice where Altier picks it up for the Blue Jays and dumps it down to the offensive zone where Creighton goes for a change as Omaha takes it back into the offensive zone. Mercier leaves it for Kozel, shoots one that ramps off a stick. Does not leave the out to the point. Lucas Mazzarigo gets it to Hingsberger and dumps it down low. Omaha grabs it there and clears the zone once more. Beth to DeSpirito. DeSpirito lifts it up, getting it deep into the offensive zone and on net where Calderon is forced to cover up with a couple of Mavericks bearing down on him. 13-14 to go in the first. No score. Omaha and Creighton. This is the sixth meeting all time between the Mavs and Blue Jays. Omaha took their first ever series lead in the season, or in the series, as Dahl sends one in. Shot blocked up into the netting, and will do a face-off right over from that right side of Calderon. But now Omaha controls the series 3-2, and they've won each of the last 3 contests with the Blue Jays. 2 in the 2023-24 season, and of course the one last night, 5-3, here on Holland ice. Down low it's Sturl. To the point, Anderson shoots wide right. Tracking it and sending another shot on is Mazzarigo. It's to the near side corner where Sturl and Schugel do battle with Patchen and Kane. The two sides dig in. It's out to the point for Anderson. Shoots wide right of the net. Tracked down by Shea, and he'll lift it out of his own zone. The Mavs go for a change as Creighton regroups and enters the zone again. Schugel to Hingsberger. Big hit from Charlie Casey frees Hingsberger of the puck, and Eddie Patchen retrieves it for Omaha. Starting up the near side, he gets it to Charlie Casey. Across for Cassiopo and to Williams. Finally, the Mavericks are able to get it out of the zone, but it's quickly gloved down by Schugel, and he enters again. This time, Williams able to clear it the length of the ice, icing waved off, and Creighton possesses in its own end. Pressure from the Mavericks there, and they have to clear to center ice. Out with that puck, Joe Middleton. Makes a move around one man, and he's in. Shoots wide left. Whoa, what a great move to dance around the defender, but he missed on the shot. No chance there. Testing Kyle Wernley. It's out to the point for McCown. Delayed penalty coming up on the Mavs. Shot from the point, blocked by Hunsaker, and as he touches up, we get our first penalty of the game. Interference, the call on Charlie Casey. As Casey heads off for Omaha, Creighton to the power play for the first time tonight at 8:20 of the first period. The Jays were 0 for 3 with the man advantage a night ago. Lots of strange penalties that overlapped last night. At one point, we had a 5-on-3 for the Mavericks that was negated down to a 4-on-3, went to a 4-on-4 before Creighton finally had a 5-on-4 power play to end the sequence of 2-minute minors. That came in the third period and really slowed down any chance for the Blue Jays to get back in the game. As they start their man advantage here for the first time in this game, Kubicek at center ice spins around one man to the near side point, works his way in, shot blocked by Fories. Mercier gets it to Fories. Altier holds that one along the top of the circles. Below the red line now, Chuck Altier. Back out to the point for McLeese. Down low to Hingsberger. Sends it around for Schugel. To Hingsberger and out to the point for McLeese again. Top of the zone, shoots. Wernley makes the save. He didn't see it. Another rebound try from Hingsberger. Another save from Wernley, and he covers with 1:05 remaining on the penalty to Charlie Casey. Former Fremont Flyer Kyle Wernley, the senior this year, has appeared in 42 of 81 total ACHA games for the Omaha Mavericks. Shot from the point, blocked by Charlie Shea. To the opposite point man, Henry Sturl. Across to Anderson. To the near side wall for Latcher. Across ice, shot, and that one just trickles over the line. It's in. Creighton scores. Joe Middleton, with his second goal in as many games, puts the Blue Jays on the board first. 9 minutes and 37 seconds into the period. Middleton on the power play. Gets his second goal of the season. Second goal against the Mavericks this season. As we get restarted. Down low below the red line. Shea sends it out to Dahl. Saved Calderon. Omaha right on the attack after surrendering the game's first goal. Colton Kane, far side corner. Trying to send it out to the point. It's intercepted by Middleton. Across to David Calderon. Looking cross ice. Going back to Dom Curry. But couldn't find Curry's stick blade. And the puck out to the point for Mason Anderson. Looking down low. The puck intercepted by Charlie Shea. He's out of his own zone. Going 1-on-5 against the Blue Jays as the rest of the Mavs head off for a line change. Creighton able to win the puck back. Calderon dumps it down low. Now the Jays change as Omaha has all the time and space to break out of the zone. Newman couldn't catch up to that pass from Fories. Retreating back to his own zone with it is Bradley. Kubicek there to intercept for Creighton. Leaves it for Latcher below the red line now to the point for Romance. Sends it down low once more to Kubicek. Looking out front. No one was home. It's intercepted by Newman. He'll try to send it out for Fories. Couldn't connect with the sophomore from Cottage Grove. And Creighton takes possession once more. Hunsaker, cross ice to Fories. He'll dump it down. Calderon can't stop it below the red line. Creighton gains possession anyway. They'll take it out of their own end. Latcher, across the blue line, tries to dance around Hunsaker. Great poke check from the captain. Keeps it along the far side wall. Now a hit frees the puck up. Hunsaker to Fories, around the back wall to Newman. Skirts off of his stick. Now Kubicek with it. Kubicek, across to Latcher. Save Wormley. Leaks out on the rebound to Newman. Shoulders off Altier. Puck freed up to Latcher. Down low to Kubicek. Back to Latcher. Great stick lift from Fories, and the puck goes to neutral ice. Trouble containing it for Aaron Romance as Creighton heads all the way back to their own end. Great forecheck there from Chase Mann, the freshman out of Sioux City. Stick lift there. Wins the puck back out to Kozel. Shot. Save by Calderon. Mercier gets it to Kozel. Out to the point for Hunsaker. Hunsaker shoots. Tipped once. Mercier on the rebound. Wide left. Spinning and looking up ice with it. It's Henry Sturl. Loses the puck to Kozel. Across to Mercier. To the point. Broke his stick. As Sturl can't get it out of the zone. Fories back to Kozel. Delayed penalty coming up on Creighton after the Mercier slash. As Hingsberger touches up for Creighton, they will take their first penalty of the game, a slashing minor. What a moment for the Mavs. 1 for 4 with the man advantage a night ago. A chance to get right back to it with another good power play showing here. Their first opportunity coming at 12:36 of the first. Romance off for slashing. Omaha to the man advantage, and it's Chase Mann. Top of the zone, giving it to Kozel. Looking across to Mercier. Shoots. Save Calderon. Below the red line still with the puck is Mercier. Looking along the far side wall, Kozel circles to the top of the zone. Leaves it there for Mann. Mann holds. Looks to Hunsaker. Skips over his stick to Kozel. Quick shot. Glove save Calderon. Fories was looking for a tip there. Calderon was able to beat him to it. And holds for the whistle with 6:57 to go in the first. Draw one back to the point. Mavericks on the power play. Kozel gets it to Mann. Hunsaker, Mercier, and Fories out there. The 5 for the Mavs. Mann tries to dance into the slot. It's intercepted by Creighton. They'll take it back out short-handed. Here comes Benji Watts. Looking for Schugel. Too far for his stick, and the 2 skate off for a change. Omaha with a chance to catch Creighton out here. Kozel starts up the near side wall. Dances around one defender. Makes a move around Calderon. He's behind the cage. Couldn't get the shot off. Despirito gathers to the point. Mercier. Across to Kane. Winds up. Fakes it. Pass to Kozel. Kozel from the point. Shot blocked by Sturl. Still with the puck. Down low to Despirito. Out to Mercier. Quick shot. That one's saved by Calderon. Kozel below the red line. Looking behind the cage. Creighton couldn't clear as Mercier catches along the point. Cross ice to Kozel. Shot. Glove save Calderon, and it tips up into the netting. 26 seconds left on the man advantage for the Mavs. And they're getting a lot of pressure, a lot of great looks down there in that offensive zone. 5:50 remains in the first. Creighton leads this one 1-0 off a power play goal they scored at 9:37 of the first. They win the draw. Here comes Sturl, 1-on-1 with Mason Beth. Great defense by the freshman out of Hastings, Mason Beth. Poke check frees the puck up. And with 17 seconds left, here come the Mavericks. Charlie Shea leaves it for Kane at the red line. Across to Dahl on the near side. Shoots. Wide left. Beth can't keep it in at the line. It leaks over the blue. And Kane has to dump it down as Creighton gets back to full strength. 0 for 1 are the Mavs on the power play tonight. Picking up that puck, another new face, Camden Lay for the Blue Jays. He gets that puck over to David Calderon, and they'll dump it down low into the offensive zone. Shot from the near side. Saved by Wernley. That one might have been blocked by Fories as well. Always credit the goaltender when you can. Colton Kane across the center ice, red, and he'll dump in. Calderon traps it behind his cage, leaving it there for Anderson. Tries to get it up to David Calderon, brother of the netminder, Charles. The two played their high school hockey days in the Minnesota State High School League for the Stillwater area Ponies. Also named the Ponies for a time in 1912 were the University of Omaha. As we're getting a penalty here coming up on the Blue Jays. That'll be Charlie Wheaton headed off to the box at 15:34 of the first. So almost exactly 2 minutes after the Mavericks' first power play chance, which they were not successful on, they get another try here on the penalty. A hooking minor to Charlie Wheaton. Wheaton, the freshman out of St. Paul, Minnesota, played in the Minnesota Junior Gold A League with the St. Paul Tommies. Takes a penalty here as Omaha has possession in the offensive zone. Hunsaker to Kozel at the point. To Mann across the blue line. Top of the circle, Mann shoots. Blocked out in front by Anderson. Hunsaker wins the puck back but loses his stick in the process. Mercier takes it for him. To Mann. Mercier down low. Behind the net. Back out to Mann. Shot. Save made. Calderon. Rebound to Hunsaker. Just for a moment before he was freed of the puck. And the Blue Jays are able to clear. 1:10 remaining on the penalty to Wheaton. The Mavericks' second power play chance of the game as Kozel takes it up the ice once more. Had the Mavericks one power play goal last night, did Andrew Kozel. Has most of the Mavericks' goals this season as he leads the team with 14. At the point, Mercier gives down low to Shea. Across to Kozel. To the slot. Back to Kozel. Shot goes over the glove of Calderon, but not on target, and it goes wide left. Great effort by Kane, winning that puck back below the red line. Down low to Hunsaker. Up high to Fories. Top of the circle, Fories to Hunsaker. Back to Fories on the backhand shot, scored! What a play! Camden Fories on the power play. Off a great feed from Troy Hunsaker, a little give and go from the D partners. And at 17:09 of the first and on the power play, Fories ties it up off the assist from Hunsaker. And the Mavericks level this massive conference game late in the first. For Fories, it's his fourth goal in 24 games this season as he's got 12 points to lead the Maverick defenseman. Shea looking cross ice to Kane. He was tied up with Watts of the Blue Jays. And Creighton skates out with it. Offside, bringing that puck over the line. And so we'll do it again as Henry Sturl, a little too anxious getting into the offensive zone. Didn't wait for Schugel to bring that puck across. For Hunsaker, the captain, who had the assist on the last goal, it is his 9th of the season. As the captain, one away from 20 career assists with 19. in his 3-year career with the Mavs. Pass across ice, looking for Casey. No luck on that one, and Creighton gets it down into the offensive zone. Beth gains possession for Omaha. Under 2 minutes to go in the first. Beth tangled up with the stick of Hingsberger. He's freed of the puck due to that. Omaha still able to get it to the offensive zone, but only shallowly before Schugel takes it back the other way for Creighton. Looking across ice. It's back out over the blue line, and here comes Barrett Bradley. Even 2-on-2 break for the Mavs. Shot off the blocker, and it skips up over the net. Behind the cage, Bradley tracking his own rebound, sends it up the near side wall, where it can be gathered by Casey, who sends a wide shot left of the cage of Calderon. Hunsaker to man, shooting. It's there on the goal line, and it's in! Charlie Casey! His second goal of the season puts the Mavericks up 2-1, even later here in the first. At 18:42 and even strength, Charlie Casey, his second goal of the season, his 5th point of the year. The freshman out of Bennington, Nebraska, puts the Mavericks in front at the tail end of this first period. And back on the attack are the Mavs. Shot from the point, Kozel, glove save, Calderon. He holds for the whistle with 1:03 to go in the first. We saw this last night. Creighton scored a total of 3 times. The Mavericks answered those goals within a total of 2 minutes and 38 seconds of game time. This one took a little bit longer, 5 minutes for the Mavericks to answer the Creighton opening salvo, but they have come back with another goal just 1 minute and 30 seconds later to put themselves in front by a score of 2-1, and Troy Hunsaker sends that one towards the net of Calderon. He'll hold for the whistle to his left. On that near side face-off dot. After this, Creighton will be off to Lincoln, where they'll take on the Cornhuskers. One of those games will count as a conference matchup. A shot from the point, and it's in! Hunsaker with the seeing eye shot from the blue line, and the Mavericks are up by 2. Captain Troy Hunsaker now has 2 goals in 2 games as well, as he picks up his second of the weekend. A seeing eye shot from the point, and back on the rush are the Mavs once more. 3-1 our score after the last tally from Hunsaker at 19:33 of the first. Now just 10 seconds remain as Latcher controls in the offensive zone for the Blue Jays. 5 seconds. He's loose of the puck by Shea. Pass back down to him, to Altier. He's headed the wrong way with 1 second, and the horn sounds to end the first. After the opening Creighton goal, it's been nothing but Mavs, and they lead 3-1 heading into the first intermission. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with you for the second set of 20 right after this. You're listening to the UNO ACHA Mavericks on YouTube. that, it was all Mavs. A power play at 15:34 gave Omaha its second man advantage opportunity of the night, and Fories was able to put one past Calderon off the assist from Hunsaker. A great give and go play by the two D partners to put the Mavericks even at the time of 17:09. Just about a minute and 30 seconds after that, Charlie Casey put the Mavs ahead by one with his second goal of the season by a score of 2-1. After that, Captain Troy Hunsaker, with just 27 seconds left in the opening frame, put the Mavericks to where they are now at 3-1. As we begin period two, Omaha takes possession. Two of the goal scorers touching the puck there first for Omaha, Fories and Hunsaker. Hunsaker with 2 points as Fories sends that one in, but was not clear of the red line. And it will go for an icing 11 seconds into the period. Charles Calderon on the other end for the Blue Jays, still looking for his first win over the Mavericks in now his fourth contest against Omaha. Shot from the point by McCown, wide left. Opposite side for Romance. Tries to send one towards Kubicek, skips off of his stick to the far corner. Hunsaker tracks it down for the Mavs. Mercier skyward to Kozel. Pushed off the puck, but leaving it there for Mann. Mann brings it into the offensive zone where he's played off the puck, and Chuck Altier grabs it for Creighton. Kubicek having some troubles handling the puck here, now sends a pass behind Altier. It finds its way to Henry Sturl. He's played off the puck as he enters the offensive zone. Omaha gains possession. Forey sends that one off the glass. Close enough to it was Johnny McLeese, so no icing. McLeese, the freshman out of Edina, Minnesota, his family watching here on the YouTube stream, courtesy of the UNO-ACHA Mavericks. On the point, Benji Watt sends a shot in, blocked by Sturl. Out in front, it's loose. Kubicek sends another rebound try on, and Wormley covers up, holding for a whistle with 18:49 to go in the second. Initial shot came from the point. That one blocked down in front, and Creighton able to get two good chances on the rebounds there in front of Kyle Wormley, who stopped both of them. Now up to 9 saves on the night. A night ago, he ended with 46 saves. As bringing it back over the line is Dahl. Fires a shot right into the breadbasket of Calderon, who covers up for a save and a faceoff to his left. Out there for the Mavericks, the all-freshman line of Colton Kane, Connor Dahl, and Charlie Shea. To the point for Despirito, right through the wickets, and he'll have to track it back in his own end. Pressure from Latcher as Omaha goes D to D in the D zone. Long stretch pass intended for Dahl. Too far for his stick. Watts first to it in the D zone for the Blue Jays. Picking it up is Latcher. To Hingsberger, and Creighton clears the zone. Quickly back on net from the red line is Rocco Despirito. Calderon blockers that one to the far corner, and Creighton out with it. Latcher bringing it in on the attack, giving it to Schugel. Shot, save off the right pad from Wormley. To the point for Anderson. Sends it down low. First to it is Mason Beff for the Mavericks. Beff looking ahead for Shea. Just barely gets a stick on it. Or maybe he didn't, as the puck goes for an icing with 17:52 in the second. Shea was racing after that puck. Looked like he might have touched it in the neutral zone, past that center ice line. But it must have skipped over his stick, as that touch would have negated icing. Creighton wins the draw off the icing. Middleton taken down. Penalty upcoming on the Mavs. As Beff touches up, Newman headed off to the box for his first penalty as a Maverick. Hooking the call on Newman at 2 minutes and 16 seconds of the second period. Creighton back to the power play where they are 1 for 1 tonight. The only opportunity coming at 8:20 in the first period. Middleton got the goal on that one, his 8th point of the season. Altier to the point for McLeese, ramps off a stick of Kozel and up into the netting above Kyle Wernley. That'll be a puck out of play. 15 seconds have elapsed on the penalty to the Mavericks' newest player out of Marshall, Minnesota, Easton Newman. Draw one by the Mavericks, and they clear the zone immediately. Kubicek brings it back in for the Blue Jays on the power play. Spinning on the far wall, dumps it down low for Schugel. Takes a hit from Hunsaker as he gives the puck to Kubicek. At the point for Altier, across to McLeese. McLeese, freed of the puck by Kozel. It's to Fories. He can't clear it. Great play by Kubicek, pinching the puck along the wall. It's to Schugel. Couldn't find Kubicek as the puck ends up below the red line. Down low below the goal. Schugel gets it back up to the point for McLeese. Along the near side, wall down again to Kubicek. Across to Altier. He couldn't control the pass. Was already moving his feet towards the goal before he had received it. Hunsaker does his best to get it up to Mercier, and he does clear the zone with 50 seconds remaining on the power play for the Blue Jays. McLeese gets it into the skates of a linesman and eventually up to Chuck Altier. He dances around one man, tries to get it to Schugel. It's still loose in front in the skates of Fories. Somewhere there, Wernley makes one save, and the puck kicked to the near corner. Fories to it, and he'll clear the length of the ice, or he would have if it wouldn't have ricocheted off of the skate of a linesman. Now the puck shot by Shea, glove saved by Calderon. He didn't get all of it, and the puck landed behind him dangerously for a moment. Kozel in on the attack, sends that one off the near side of the cage. 10 seconds remaining on the Blue Jay power play. Out of his own zone comes Joe Middleton, the first power play goal scorer for the Blue Jays of the game. The only goal scorer for the Blue Jays in this game. As Omaha back to even strength. Creighton offside there. No call. Sturl walks in, shoots, glove save by Wernley. Puck rings all the way around off the rebound. Kane tracking it there. First to it as he does battle with Calderon below the Creighton goal line. Freed of the puck, and Anderson grabs it for the Blue Jays, sending it right in front of his own goaltender to Latcher and on up to David Calderon. He can't catch up with it, and Omaha regains possession in the D zone. Beff trying to get it to Rocco DeSpirito. He loses the puck, but great effort with the body to get it back, doing battle with Caden Latcher. Now to the near wall. Two aside in on the scrum as it's Camden Lay digging in with Latcher for the Blue Jays. Omaha able to get it out. Chase Mann on the puck for the Mavs. With Connor Dahl rushing, they lose it at the blue line as they try to enter the zone. It's back up to Latcher. He'll bring it into the offensive zone for the Jays. Into the feet of Lay, and the sides come together along that near wall once more. Puck out to Latcher. He tries to work towards the slot, giving it to Calderon. He shoots one wide off the right side of the cage. Sends it down low. Delayed penalty coming on the Mavericks as Beff touches up. Slashing will be the call as Omaha skates off for its second penalty of the period. Five minutes and 36 seconds into the middle set. Mason Beff off for slashing, and Creighton to the power play where they are 1 for 2 today. False start on the faceoff, and we will reset on that far side faceoff dot in the Mavericks defensive zone. On the PK for Omaha, Hunsaker and Fories on defense, Kozel and Mercier, the two forwards. Altier, Schugel, and Hingsberger, the forwards for the Blue Jays on the power play. Their third chance of the game. On defense and dragging it all the way back after the Maverick clearance is Johnny McLeese. McLeese out there manning the blue line with Chuck Altier as the puck freed up from the stick of Sam Hingsberger, Omaha, able to send it all the way down. Head of steam is Mercier as he pressures Johnny McLeese, who sends a pass up to Kabisik. It skips off of his stick, and Omaha able to clear once more. Still with the puck, Logan Mercier. A spinning puck Altier tried to bring into the offensive zone, unaware that Schugel was still trying to vacate from the last Blue Jay rush. It'll be offside with 1:15 to go on the penalty to Colton Kane. Well, excuse me, that's to Mason Beff. They've got 22 up on the board here at the Holland Ice Center, but it's 27. Excuse me, it is 22. Colton Kane in the box for the Mavericks. So Kane with the hooking, slashing minor at 5:36. Not Beff, who was out there on defense with Andrew Kozel. Shot in from Latcher as Creighton takes the puck into the offensive zone and looks to set up the power play. Sturl to Latcher. To the top of the zone, Anderson. Great defense from Shea, pressuring the point man, Anderson. He gets it to Middleton, who has to send it around the back wall. Omaha gets to it and is able to clear the zone. 30 seconds remain on the penalty to Colton Kane for slashing. Up the ice with it, Mason Anderson, junior out of Highlands Ranch, Colorado, sends a pass in. Middleton gets to it, and he scores. Second power play goal of the game for Joe Middleton, as he has put the Blue Jays back to within one. The face-off to get us started again in a one-goal game. It's 3-2 after the latest tally. The second of the game from Joe Middleton coming on the power play as Creighton is 2 for 3 with the man advantage tonight. And another shot on. That one from Romance. Blocked out in front, and here come the Mavs. From right to left, Charlie Casey dumps it in. He's got a goal tonight, his second of the season, as he gets the puck to Sebastian Cassiopo, who is pinned up against the wall, kicking the puck to Bradley. A diving shot attempt from Casey as he gets pushed down in front of the net by McCown. No call, no shot, as the puck back into the offensive zone of the Blue Jays. Freed up there, great defense from Charlie Casey. He sends it up and on net to Calderon, who tries to send it out, but the whistle too quick. And we'll get a stoppage of play with 11:57 to go in the second. A one-goal game after the third of the year from Joe Middleton, a senior out of St. Paul, Minnesota. Played for the St. Thomas Academy Cadets of the Minnesota State High School League. And has played now 35 games for the Blue Jays. Kabisik sending that one towards the net front. Deflected. And Kozel sending it screaming up to Mercier, who's in on net. Calderon able to beat him to it and covers. The clock did not move. We are still at 11:57. That whole sequence happened with the clock frozen. Still 11:57. And Creighton wins the draw on its own end. Watts gets it out to Kabisik. Great breakout off the faceoff for the Blue Jays. Sturl trying to dance around a defenseman, and it's in! Oh my goodness, what a goal from Henry Sturl! Going down to a knee, leaving the offensive zone to celebrate at center ice, as Henry Sturl has tied this game up at 3. 8 minutes, 15 seconds into the middle period, as Henry Sturl knocks this game up at 3 apiece. The trainer was headed out to check on Kyle Wernley, who has waved off any additional help. We don't know if he plans to wait the additional 11:45 of this period and get attention in the locker room, but he will at least have some attention here as the faceoff will be in his zone after the icing called on the Mavericks. In the first period, Omaha led in shots 12-8. Now it is even at 15 apiece as one comes in from the point from McLeese off the back wall and Wernley pounces on it. The middle period was where Creighton saw most of their offense last night as they mounted 25 shots on goal in the second period of Friday night's contest. They only scored once, and it came off the stick of Joe Middleton. But the Blue Jays really got things clicking in the second last night, and it seems they have found their groove here in the second of tonight's contest as well. Omaha sending a long bomb pass up to Charlie Shea. Deflects off of his chest. Creighton had it for a moment. Shea, great job to track it back down. Gets it to Dahl, who lifts it into the offensive zone. Tracking it there is McLeese. Shea wins the battle in the near corner. Tries to bring it to the slot. Poke checked free of the puck, and it's to Mason Anderson. He'll wrap around the cage and find Caden Latcher. Latcher sending it up to Hingsberger. The pass a little behind him. Leaves it for Anderson, a shot. That one into the chest of Wernley, who covers and holds. 10:38 to go in the second. Creighton now has the advantage in shots, 16-15 with that last one. As the draw will be to Wernley's left. Omaha with 3 goals in the first, Creighton with 2 in the second. Newman off the draw, starts ahead for Omaha, dumping it into the offensive zone, winning the battle to the puck, sending a shot on to Calderon, save Calderon. Back of the net, Creighton wins the battle. Getting to it first is Charles Reeser, doing battle with Barrett Bradley on the near side. It's dug out of the skates by Middleton. Diving effort by Hunsaker to free up the puck. Mazzarigo has to take it behind the cage. Looking for Reeser. The puck is out to neutral ice where Omaha gains possession once more. Hunsaker to Bradley. Bradley dumps it down low to the near corner. Newman in with it first. A physical effort from Newman on Mazzarigo. Out to the point for Hunsaker. Bad pass. Goes right across to the stick of Tam Swiler. Omaha takes possession in the neutral zone. Everybody has to get out of the offensive zone when the puck leaves. And now Troy Hunsaker. First in with the puck. On the near side wall, played off of it by Mazzarigo. Picking it up is Chase Mann for the Mavericks. He's hit by Reeser. Pinning it up against the wall there is Hunsaker. Freed up to the corner where Middleton gets it. Now Hunsaker with a big hit on Middleton. Gets that puck right back. Giving it to Mann. Still no one's puck. Mann gets it, shoots, and it's a glove save by Calderon. Calderon up to 12 saves for the Jays tonight. Face off to the right of Calderon. Won by his Blue Jays, and they'll get it out of his defensive zone. Up with it is David Calderon, his brother. To the point, a shot comes in. That one blockered away by Wernley. Newman Lifts it out to man. Calderon has it behind the red line. Getting it to McCown. Ahead for Lay, who starts up with it. Across the red line, now the blue. Lays into the offensive zone for Creighton. Behind the net, he circles around to the far side wall, leaving it there for Aaron Romance. Stopped for a moment by Mercier, but Romance below the red line. Passes it on to Charlie Wheaton. Wheaton tried to go to the far side. Omaha met him there and gets the puck to center ice. McCown tracks it down for Creighton. Off the wall, it's intercepted by Kozel. Kozel fakes one man, shoots, and it's a glove save. Easy one there for Calderon. Kozel had Mercier waiting down at the red line, but couldn't line up with him as great defensive positioning from the Blue Jays prevented a couple of passes there for the Mavericks. 8:19 to go in the second. 3-3. It's a tied game. Creighton with the last two goals, the only two goals of the second, coming from Joe Middleton and Henry Sturl. Omaha wins the draw in the offensive zone. Shot blocked by Kane from the near wall from Dahl. Creighton able to get it out of its own end. On the puck there is Sturl, the most recent goal scorer. Tries to find Altier. Great intercept in the slot by the Mavericks, and they clear to center. Picking it up there is McLeese. D to D for Watts. Intercept. Here comes Dahl. Dahl all alone on the backhand. Couldn't get the shot off. It's to the point. Hunsaker, great keep at the line. Top of the circle, he sends one towards the net. No one's home. To Kane. He winds up and shoots. Save Calderon. Rebound off the back wall. He pounces on it and will cover with 7:37 in the second. Now the Mavericks starting to get back to that great offensive onslaught we saw in the first period. It went away for the first half of the second as Omaha was up 3-1, but now in a tie game, both sides needing this win desperately to stay alive with playoff hopes. There's an added level of intensity to every puck drop, every rush up the ice, every save by the goaltenders. As Omaha, down to its last 7 games of the season. They've only got 2 more in conference. This one here and one more against Nebraska. They need them both if they hope to make the MACHA playoffs. Creighton gets it out of its own end. Puck freed at the blue line. Great stick by the Maverick defense, and it's out to neutral. DeSpirito, again at the blue line. Gets it to center. Creighton controls there. Mazzarigo to Anderson. And back to Mazzarigo. To center ice. Couldn't find Schugel with the puck. It's Anderson. Big hit from Cassiopo. Freed up to Beff, who dumps it down. Near side corner. Mazzarigo tracks it down. Starts the breakout up the near wall for Latcher. Latcher to Middleton. Sends it on net from outside the blue line. And Wernley easily saves that one and holds for the whistle. After this, the Mavericks welcome Washington University of St. Louis, a member of the Mid-American Collegiate Hockey Association Silver East Division. As those 2 games next weekend at Liberty First Credit Union Arena in Ralston as Middleton takes a shot saved by Wernley. Near wall, Reeser can't control it. Fories wins the puck. To the point, kept in by Romance. Tried to send it down low. It's intercepted by Kozel. Blocked off a Blue Jay body, and the Mavericks control behind the net of Kyle Wernley. Fories gives to Kozel. He leaves it behind for Fories. Out of his own zone, Camden Fories dumps it down opposite corner. Picking it up there, Romance. Fanned on the breakout pass. He gets crunched behind the net. On the second effort, able to get that one out to Swiler. Mercier frees him of the puck. Sends one on. Hunsaker tracking it down. Creighton able to get it out. Reese Back on it to Swiler. Bodied off the puck by Rocco DeSpirito. No high stick called. Shea brings it into the zone, shoots. Blocked by Middleton. Cross ice to Dahl. Couldn't get it on his stick blade. Was looking for a place to shoot. Kozel to Hunsaker on the far side. To Kozel in the near corner. Out to the point for Charlie Shea. Shea shoots. It's off the shin pads of a Blue Jay. And as he leaves the ice, we have a whistle, a delayed call, and a cross check coming up on Creighton. Huge opportunity for the Mavericks, who are 1 for 2 on the power play today, getting their first chance of the second period. At 14:53, it's McCown. Headed off for cross-checking. And Omaha back on the power play. 1 for 2. The goal coming from Fories. Dahl at the point. Blocked by Altier on the shorthand attempt. Altier gets taken down by Dahl. Omaha back on the puck. Beth brings it out of his own zone, looking for Dahl. Dahl wasn't looking for the pass. It's down below the red line where the two sides do battle. Kabisik in there against Kane and DeSpirito for Omaha. Kane comes out with it, gives it to Dahl on the near wall. Dahl shoots high off the glass. Goes all the way out of the zone, working as a clearance for the Blue Jays. And Beth has to track it down as Omaha goes for a change. 1:15 remaining on the penalty to Josh McCown. Over the blue line, Beth brings it in, dumps it around the back wall. Altier does battle with Mann and Fories. Kabisik comes to help and sweeps that one out of his own zone as the two head off for a line change. Creighton getting its PK2 to the ice with 50 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Mavericks. Here comes Kozel. Out of his own end, the offensive zone is Andrew Kozel looking for Mann. Send one redirected to Calderon. Didn't get much on it, and an easy stop for the junior netminder Charles Calderon. 3:47 to go in period number 2. 40 seconds on the Maverick power play, their third chance of the game. Creighton 2 for 3 on the power play tonight. Kozel to Mercier. Back to Kozel. Shot. Saved by Calderon on the rebound. It's in! Camden Fories puts the Mavericks back in front on the power play. At 16:24 of the second, Omaha back in front with the second goal, second on the power play from Camden Fories. Fories now 5 goals in 24 games. Had one career 2-goal game to this point. It came a season ago against Western Colorado. This, his second 2-goal game of his career. And it comes at a monumental time in Mavericks ACHA hockey history. Fories, 2 goals so far, and with the puck again in the D zone. Sends it skyward. Andrew Kozel sprung free. It's a race to the puck with Calderon. He'll send it to the near wall. Calderon. Great effort there with some defense. And it's back to Kozel. Out in front from Mercier. Couldn't get his stick on it. Bishop Schugel picks it up on the far wall, sends it off the glass, and out. 3 minutes left in the second. Omaha leads 4-3. The latest goal coming from Camden Fories, who sends the puck up to Logan Mercier. Tipped in and around for Andrew Kozel, who sends it back down low to Mercier. Out in front to Kozel. Great defense from Hingsberger. Intercepts that in the slot and gets it to center ice. Hunsaker tracks it down for Omaha, getting it up to Cassiopo quickly. He's poke-checked free of the puck as he tried to enter the zone. Cassiopo wins it back along the red line and does bring it in this time. Strong on the puck is that Cassiopo. But freed of the puck with a good poke check, and Fories tried to bring it in offside. We'll have a face-off on the near side neutral zone dot right outside the Mavericks zone. We are dead even in shot attempts at 18 apiece. Omaha with just 6 in this period, and Creighton with 12. As the Mavs dump the puck in, it's picked up by Aaron Romance of the Blue Jays. Intercepted at center ice by Barrett Bradley, and he'll dump it back in. Bradley sent it down. Now he badgers Joe Middleton in the near corner. Creighton able to get it out to Reeser along the hash marks. Reeser sends it skyward to Tam Swiler. Swiler from the far wall shoots, save Wormley. Tried to wrap around, loses the puck below the red line. Now has to send it back out to the point. Errant pass intended for Reeser, and the puck out to center ice, where McCown sends it all the way down. If DeSpirito can beat Middleton, and he does, it's an icing on the Blue Jays. 1:41 to go in the second. 21:41 to go in this game. Omaha recently took the lead with the second goal of the game from Camden Fories. Fories now with 2 points on the night. Hunsaker had the assist on Fories' first goal and one of his own. And Hunsaker, Fories' D partner, also with 2 points on the night. Face-off won by Creighton. They couldn't clear it. Hunsaker keeps it up the line, sends one towards Middleton, who gloves it and will hold for a face-off to his right again. Middleton with 2 goals in on the draw for the Blue Jays. Loses it to Charlie Shea of the Mavericks. Puck to Hunsaker as he's pinned up against the glass. The puck leaks off of his stick straight up. Just barely glimpses the netting here on the near side that protects all our happy spectators watching this crosstown rivalry tonight. Puck out of play and a quick shot off the draw from Shea. Hits off the shoulder of Calderon and heads up into the netting. Charlie Shea wanted to give a shout out to his grandma Donna watching back home in Kearney, Nebraska tonight. Grandma Donna tuned in from Florida to nearly every single Bakersfield Roughnecks game that Charlie played for the past 2 seasons. And if you're not aware of the time difference, a Bakersfield game that starts at 7 in California starts at 10 p.m. down in the Sunshine State. Thank you for tuning in, all of you, and thank you, Grandma Donna. As Fories sends one in, shot saved by Calderon. Fories again with it, looking for his third of the night. Sends it out instead to Hunsaker on the near wall. Across to Dahl. Dahl down low as we get the 1-minute sound from David Olson. Hunsaker on the near side. Freed up by Romance. Couldn't get it out as Mercier kept it in momentarily. Now Middleton up the ice for the Blue Jays. Great back check from Charlie Shea, making Grandma Donna proud as he skates back into the D zone and poke checks that puck free of Middleton. Kozel holds, looks, gets it to Hunsaker, who shoots. Great save by Calderon. Mercier gets to it, tries to send it back out in front with 25 seconds remaining. The sides come together behind the cage of Charles Calderon in the Creighton zone. Creighton content to let those seconds leak off the clock as it's down to 15 before Watts gets it on up ahead to Dom Curry. Curry sends it down to Swiler. Back to Curry in the near corner. We've got 4 seconds and 3 as Omaha is now freezing that puck up along the corner and will hold till the end of the second. Our score after 40 minutes of play, Omaha 4, Creighton 3. We'll be back with you for period number 3 right after we get the lights turned back on and a fresh sheet of ice for the two crosstown rivals to play on for the final 20 minutes here in 2025. We'll be back with you right after this. You're in tune to UNO ACHA Mavericks on YouTube. With Caden McDermott and Matt McFadden, I'm Nate Obrecht here with you for the final period between Omaha and Creighton from the Holland Ice Center at Baxter Arena. Pleased you made it through 40 minutes with us from Exarban Village in the heart of Omaha, where the Mavericks have a 4-3 lead heading in to the final set of 20 minutes here with the Creighton Blue Jays in the 24-25 season. In the second period, Joe Middleton got the scoring started for the Blue Jays with his second power play goal of the game, second goal of the season. And 59 seconds later, we were tied at 3 with a goal from Henry Sturl. A late penalty by the Blue Jays gave the Mavericks a late power play, and Camden Fories was able to put his second power play goal of the game in to give the Mavericks the lead at 4-3, which is where we sit. 10 seconds into the final frame as Chuck Altier sends it down low to Kabisik. Creighton has the puck to start the third. Shot from Sturl, saved by Warnley. Looking maybe to go across ice, across that crease area. Omaha gets it out to center. Kozel dumps it down in. It'll go for an icing. And the teams reset 27 seconds into the frame in the Mavericks defensive zone. Draw down to the right of Kyle Wernley on the near side as Omaha flagged for a false start. Their face-off man, Kozel, will be chased out of the dot. In favor of Mercier, the draw is won by Altier. Romance can't keep it under the line. Great job by Chase Mann getting it out. Creighton wins the puck back at neutral ice. Bridget Mann, the mother of Chase, here tonight, wanted us to pass along a shout out to Chase's grandmother, Graham, as she's called, Grandma Carol, watching from Sioux City here on the UNO-ACHA Mavericks YouTube page. Thank you for tuning in, along with his girlfriend Aspen up at Brookings, South Dakota, watching from the campus of South Dakota State. Thank you all for tuning in to games this season on the Club Hockey Network here of the UNO-ACHA Mavericks. Third period of action, and we get a puck sent off of the inside glass of the bench there where it connects with the penalty box. So a neutral zone face-off right in front of Omaha's bench. Colton Kane in on the draw for Omaha. He wins it to Despirito, who clears to center. Kane on the puck, brings it over the blue line. 3-on-2 rush for the Mavs. Near side wall, Kane taken down to a knee. Anderson frees the puck from Kane. Out to the point for Beff, who keeps it in at the line. Beff sends a shot in off the face of Hingsberger, who blocks that one down at the top of the circle and gets it out to neutral for the Blue Jays. Up with it comes Latcher. Played off the puck by Kane, and the two collide along the wall in the near corner. Kane wins that puck for the Mavs. To Dahl and now Shea as the freshman line, led by Charlie Shea, who leads all freshmen with 12 goals and 18 points this season, carries the puck into the offensive zone. Creighton takes it right back out, and Beff dumps it down once more. While speaking of that all-freshman line that features Colton Kane, we'd like to give a shout-out to Dan Kane, Colton's dad, watching in Sioux City tonight. And a thanks to Tiffany Kane for giving the shout-out to Dan. A shot from Barrett Bradley, save Calderon, and Creighton collects the rebound up the near side wall. Out of their own end comes Mason Anderson, and he dumps it down after crossing center ice red. Omaha takes possession in the defensive zone as Fories and Hunsaker go D to D into the neutral zone and dump it down, where it's collected by Johnny McLeese. McLeese up to Joe Middleton, looking for his third goal of the game, first career hat trick. Sends a shot in, and that one stopped by Wernley from the near side hashes. Middleton now goes across ice. It finds its way to the point for Watts, who dumps it down low on the near side wall. Intercepted by Kozel. He'll start up the far side with it. Intercepted by Middleton. Shot from McLeese at the point. Tipped once and goes wide left. Watt first to it. Sends it back out in front. Hunsaker from the skate to the stick and now to the neutral zone. And Omaha's forwards head off for a change as a shot from outside the zone comes in and Wernley shoulders it to the ice. 16:23 to go in the third. Final period of play as Chase Mann collects the puck at neutral ice, regrouping to avoid an offside whistle. Fories, 2 goals already. Gets it to Mercier, who dumps it into the zone. Creighton quickly sends it back the other way. McLeese, too far for any Blue Jays to catch up with it. And as Fories wins the race, icing called against Creighton. The final shout out we have for you tonight goes out to Janet Mercier, all the way from New Hampshire, tuning in tonight on the East Coast, where we are into Sunday, January 19th. Thank you for tuning in as we cross over. And Mann puts a shot right in off the draw. Chase Mann puts the Mavericks in front by 2. And the assist coming from Logan Mercier. Janet, you've got to be happy out there in New Hampshire as the Mavs are up 5-3, 4 minutes into the period. Mann from Mercier and Kozel as the top line for the Mavericks. Gets it done. Gets a huge insurance marker as they're up by 2 now. 5-3 with under 16 to go in the third. For Mann, it's his 11th goal of the season as Creighton quickly on the attack. Sturl sends a shot wide right. Altier tried to send it back out in front. Omaha collects it. Now McCown slaps that one back to the ice. It would have been high sticking if the Blue Jays would have touched it. But Omaha first to it, so no whistles. As Fories dumps it down into the offensive zone, Creighton collects, but Kozel along the near wall sends it out front to Shea. Couldn't find it in his skates. Now to Sturl, struggling to get it out of the offensive zone due to the Maverick forecheck. Altier loses it to Mercier. He shoots and it's wide. Save by Calderon. He got a piece of it before it trailed off to the left. Now for Sturl. Gets it out to Kabisik. 2-on-1. Kabisik and Altier. Kabisik shoots. Save Wernley with the left pad. And he covers with a whistle at 14:57 of the third. For Wernley now, that's 22 saves on 25 total shot attempts after 46 last night. Wernley now up to 68 saves on the weekend. He made 66 to be exact, in a Mid-American Collegiate Hockey Association tournament game against Missouri State last year. This season, his high is 50 saves, which he recorded in South Bend, Indiana against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish way back on Friday, September 20th. Creighton has the puck. Hingsberger sends it down low into the corner where Omaha starts to dig after it. To the point for Mazzarigo. Blocker save Wernley. Picking up the rebound is Dahl. He sends it all the way down the ice. Shea and Mazzarigo battling for it. Shea wins the race. Icing negated. Mazzarigo first on the puck, though. Shea forces the turnover behind the cage. Doing battle with Anderson now is Charlie Shea. Gets at the puck to Barrett Bradley. On the far side wall, Bradley loses it. Shea trying to dig for it. It's out to the point for Fories. Back down to Bradley. Loses it again to Anderson. Anderson circles behind the net, now stops back up the far side. Anderson starts with it, gets it out to center ice where it skips over the stick of Latcher. And Omaha back in. Fories with it. Leaves it there for Charlie Casey. Casey moves in, shoots, and it's a glove save by Calderon, who holds with 13:31 to go in the game. Charlie Casey looking for his second goal of the game as the freshman and former Fremont Flyer netted one late in the first period to put the Mavericks up briefly by a score of 2-1. Now Omaha leads 5-3. The latest goal coming this period off the stick of Chase Mann. Puck kept in at the zone by Troy Hunsaker. Now pinching it there is Barrett Bradley. It ricochets off of his back and into the Blue Jay bench. So we will have an offensive zone faceoff for Omaha. Draw one by the Mavs. Out to Newman. Poke checked off of his stick. It's to the point for Fories. Moves in. Top of the circle. Shoots to the back door for Newman. He couldn't get a stick on it. Out to center ice. Hunsaker drops it back for Bradley, who dumps it in on the backhand. Racing after it is Newman. Gets possession of the puck below the cage. Tries to send it out front, off the side, and out for Benji Watts. Hit just as he leaves the zone by Newman. Taken to the ice as Watts sends one on target, and Wernley deflects it to the near corner. First to it is Fories. Around the back wall to Hunsaker, and out to Chase Mann. The latest goal scorer for Omaha moves in, looks, shoots, and it's in! Chase Mann! Second goal of the game, second goal of the period, and Omaha is up 3. Somebody play me some Prince. The Mavericks, let's go crazy goal song ringing out here in abundance this weekend. The 11th tally for Omaha against Creighton in this series, as it's now 6-3, the latest coming from Chase Mann at 7:27 of the third. Mann now draws even with Shea at 12 goals on the season, as he nets his second of the period. Those goals coming just 3 minutes, 27 seconds apart. Now below the red line, Mercier forces the turnover. Tried to send it out front. It's intercepted by Romance. Romance clears to center ice for the Blue Jays, but dumping it back down is Caleb Williams for Omaha. To Jay McCown, the senior out of Dallas, Texas, who breaks out up the far side for Creighton. Gets it to David Calderon. 2-on-1 come the Jays. Great stick from Wernley, passing that one out and knocking it off the blade of David Calderon, who was breaking in for a point-blank drive. It's all the way down to Mercier, who sends it around the cage where it can be picked up by Romance. Out to center ice, Calderon sent a pass to a man who was headed off for a line change, so Shea will dump it back in and on net to Calderon. Great Maverick forecheck there from Shea, and Kane forces Calderon to cover up at 11:15. And we'll have a face-off to the left of Charles Calderon. Omaha opened up this period with 2 goals. We started at a 4-3 game at the beginning of this third period, but 2 quick ones from Chase Mann. 3 minutes, 27 seconds apart, has Omaha in front by 3 goals. Creighton clears their own end. Hunsaker stops behind the net of Wernley. Tries to break out up the near side wall. Kabisik intercepts. Shot from the point from Anderson. Deflected out in front of Wernley by Hunsaker. Behind the cage to Fories. He looks for a long pass up. It's on net. No icing. Shea, first one to it off the rebound from Calderon. Hard into the boards. He's driven by Mazzarigo. No call coming. Creighton out of their own zone with it. Here comes Anderson. Anderson on the backhand. Looks to the net front. Deflected out front. Fories gets it to center ice. Screaming ahead with it. For it is Easton Newman. Altier gets to the puck first. Sends it up ahead. Errant pass intended for Sturl. It'll go all the way down, and as Beth touches up, icing the call on Creighton. In January of 2023, the two sides met for the first time. Creighton took both games in that first season by a score of 6-3 and 8-1. Since then, 3 straight Maverick wins as Newman sends one in. What a pass from below the red line from Sebastian Cassiopo right out front to Newman. And the freshman has his second goal of the season. Now 4 points in 4 games for Easton Newman out of Marshall, Minnesota. 7-3 Mavericks. As we get restarted, Latcher sends it in on the attack for the Blue Jays, but Omaha's defense rock solid in this third period. Back in with it comes Creighton. Schugel, shot goes wide right of Wernley, and Omaha clears to center. Under 10 minutes now in the game. Halfway through the third, it's 7-3 Mavericks. 3 goals here in the third period. 2 coming off the stick blade of Chase Mann as a turnover right in front. Wernley makes a great sprawled out save, shutting down Latcher as he went from far side to the near post. Shutting down the back door and holding for a whistle as that net comes off is Kyle Wernley. Wernley has never lost to the Blue Jays. He is 3-0-0 in 3 games played. Face off back out to McCown. Wide right shot. Tracking the rebound is Latcher. Back out to the point for Romance. Blocker save Wernley. It's out to Mercier. Sends it to Mann, who kicks it on ahead towards the net of Calderon. He has to freeze it as Mann was bearing down on top of that blue painted area. After this, one conference matchup out of 2 games for the Blue Jays against Nebraska in Lincoln. They will finish up with 2 huge conference games against Dallas Baptist to end the year. Kozel, right out in the slot, shot off the stick, rebound chance. Mann was waiting on the back door. It goes wide right. Now still in front, Mann with a shot. Pad save, Calderon. Mercier tracks it down. Near side wall, Mann shoulders off a hit. He's behind the cage and gives it to Hunsaker. Creighton intercepts the pass out to the point. Kozel whiffs on a shot. Still with it to Hunsaker as he rings it around, bubble hockey style, to Mercier below the cage. Creighton good on the intercept, and Reeser brings it back in. Sends it across to nobody, and Fories intercepts. Up the near side wall, Fories gets it to center ice, where Anderson dumps it back down for the Blue Jays. On the stick blade of Camden Fories, Cottage Grove, Minnesota native, 2 goals in this game, hungry for a third as he shoots, and Calderon makes the save, puck back behind the net. Now Creighton out with it and on a 2-on-1 rush. Here comes Wheaton, shot on high of the cage. Rebound out to center ice thanks to the stick of Troy Hunsaker. It's all the way down to the Blue Jay zone where Anderson gives it over to Mazzarigo. Back across the ice. Khoury couldn't control it. Hunsaker grabs it for Omaha. Now trying to settle it down. Takes it below the goal line, giving it to Caleb Williams. Williams sends it right back around for Hunsaker. Near side corner. Williams up the near wall. Intercepted. Good keep at the line by Anderson. Sends it down low where Williams grabs it for the Mavs. 7:30 to go in the game. 7-3 Mavericks. Newman, the latest goal scorer for Omaha, dumps this one in to the right of Calderon. Kane doing battle with Anderson there as Mason Anderson of the Blue Jays wins that battle for the puck. It's dug out by Newman. Plays it to the point for Patchen. barely keeps that one in along the blue paint. Dumps it down low along the corner glass on the near side. Picked up by Newman and out to the point for Williams. From Kane to Newman. Williams with a shot. Save made by Calderon. Down low for Kane. Loses the puck behind the net. Anderson out with it for Creighton. Head of steam for Mason Anderson. 1-on-2 though, and he shoots right into the glove of Warnley, who holds for a whistle. A win tonight keeps playoff hopes alive for the Mavericks. Last night's win cemented 3 schools that punched their ticket to the MACHA tournament coming up in Maryville, Missouri on February 21st. Those schools, Missouri State, Dordt, and Nebraska. Creighton, Omaha, and Dallas Baptist all battle for the final spot in the conference tournament this year. These 2 games at least the win last night helps Omaha immensely. As a shot goes up into the netting, it didn't come back, so they had to get a new puck from the scorer's table there between the penalty boxes. Altier wins the draw for the Blue Jays. It's to Kabisik. Far corner, back to the point for McLeese. McLeese with a shot, wide right. Rebound chance, that one blocked, and then another rebound, and that one goes in. Zach Kabisik. Third time is a charm for the Blue Jays, who put it in to get back within 3. So at 13:43, an even strength goal coming from Zach Kabisik, the Blue Jays leader in points with 17. As Kabisik has made it a little bit closer. It's still a 3-goal game for Omaha, but they cannot retreat into a shell. They've got to keep the same intensity they started this third period with, which may be the best start to a period they've had this season. 3 goals coming at the 4-minute mark, 7-minute and 27-second mark, and 9-minute 50-second mark, as the Mavericks had 3 before the halfway point of the period. Hunsaker sends this one up for Mercier. Skyward to Fories. Shoots short side. Save Calderon. It rings around the back wall all the way out to the far point for Kozel. Jump pass down to Mercier. Looking for Shea out front. It's deflected and goes all the way down to Omaha zone. Picked up by Beth, who will skate it backwards behind his cage. Looking to pass it to Shea. It deflects off of him and Creighton brings it back in. Bishop Schugel loses it as he enters the zone. Shea back out with it, taken down by Hingsberger. No call there as Beth picks up the slack and dumps it down low. Grabbing it there is Aaron Romance. Getting it up to Schugel and ahead for Latcher. Intercept by Beth. Gets it to Dahl, who dumps it all the way down. Far corner where McCown and Kane get tied up. The puck is left there for Joe Middleton. Pass intercepted off the stick of Swiler. It's Shea with a shot. Stick save Calderon. Back behind the net. Swiler on it once more. To center ice for Latcher. Dumps it down the near wall. Despirito first to it for Omaha. He sends it up. Swiler intercepts to Middleton. To Reether and a shot. He fans on. Cassiopo gets it out of the zone. And Anderson quickly sends it back in. Beth behind his own net with an even 4 minutes left to play. He gets it out to center as Cassiopo takes a run into Mazzarigo, and the puck is free. Beth up to Cassiopo. dances around Mazarigo. It's Teresa who sends it right up above the Blue Jay bench. It hits the netting, and we get a stoppage in play with 3:45 to go in the game. Omaha, 3 goals in the third after 3 in the first and just 1 in the second. Creighton, 1 in the first, 2 more in the second, and 1 here in the third off the stick of Zach Kubicek as David Calderon circles the net, tried to feed it out front. Bradley intercepts. It's to Wheaton. Now Lay across to Anderson, a shot. That one wide left. Wheaton sends it back out in front. Great defense from Caleb Williams, getting it back out. It's to the point for Anderson. Another shot on. Save right in the breadbasket of Kyle Wernley, clinching that one to the Omaha letters. Scripted diagonally across the chest. Catches that one right on the A. The middle A in Omaha. The city that hosts both of these Division I programs of the NCAA and Division III programs here in the ACHA. Williams intercept in the offensive zone. Shot saved. Calderon. To the back wall, Mercier. Out front to Kozel. Tries to bring it around the crease. Poke check from Calderon. Frees the puck up. Now Middleton. Starts one way, now reverses the ice. Up ahead to Wheaton. Wheaton to David Calderon. Loses the puck as he enters the zone. Intercept by Caleb Williams to Mercier and out to center. Anderson sends it in and on net. Wernley leaves it behind for Eddie Patchen with under 2.5 minutes to play. Omaha up 7-4. They need this win to keep their season alive. They have done everything they can in the third period to make sure it stays that way. Kubicek, the lone goal scorer in the third for the Blue Jays. Errant pass back to the point for McLeese, and Creighton has to track back to their own end to get the puck. Anderson up with it. 2 minutes to go in the game. Anderson into the offensive zone for the Blue Jays. Kicked the puck right off the stick blade was Troy Hunsker, and he gets it up to Charlie Shea. Shea taken down before he gets across the blue line. He leaves it there for Mercier, who sends it shallowly into the zone. It's picked right back up by Anderson, sending it to Altier. It ramps off of his stick and in to the Mavericks D zone with 1.5 minutes to go in the game. Hunsaker to the near wall for Colton Kane. Kane back to Hunsaker. 2-on-1 rush to Shea. Great save, Calderon. They clear it to center ice where Forries retreats even further. Sending it up ahead to Shea. It's Hunsaker, who catches that one like a baseball player. Leaves it at his feet and dumps it the rest of the way into the zone. McLeese had the puck stolen away by Kane. Switches ice. Where Sturl picks it up for the Blue Jays. Sturl, one of the goal scorers for Creighton tonight. Sturl and Kubicek with 1 each. Middleton has 2. We are under a minute as Dahl intercepts, shoots, and a save, Calderon. Now trying to feed the center is Dahl. He gets it back to the point for Forries. He shoots, and a glove save as Forries was looking for number 3. 35.5 seconds remain on the board. Omaha leads Creighton by a score of 7-4 in Game 2 after winning 5-3 a night ago. No timeouts called by the Blue Jay coaching staff. No timeouts called by Coach Harahill, who has a record of 28-20-5 in 2 seasons with the Mavericks. Has a record of 3-0-0 against the Creighton Blue Jays. And it's about to become 4-0 as we are under 30 seconds. Hingsberger brings it across the line to Latcher. Couldn't control the puck across the slot. Latcher back out to the point for McCown. Dumps it down low. Patchen rings it up the near wall with 10 seconds. Newman Puck in his feet. Gets it up. Gets the puck back after Latcher intercepted. 2 seconds and 1 as Bradley takes the puck at center ice. And the Mavericks leak out the final seconds on the clock. They sweep the Blue Jays for the second time this season. Second time in 2 straight seasons. And Omaha keeps hope alive that they still might be headed to the conference tournament. At least for another couple of weeks. As your final here tonight, Omaha 7, Creighton 4. The goal scorers for the Mavericks. Forey's had 2. Newman with 1. Mann with 2. Hunsaker had 1. And Charlie Casey with another. As Omaha defeats Creighton for the 4th straight game. Thank you to all of you for tuning in tonight on the UNO-ACHA Mavericks YouTube page. We will be back with you next week on Friday at Liberty First Credit Union Arena as the Mavs take on the Washington